The following video is sponsored by Loot Crate, the awesome geek plus gaming gear subscription. Save $5 on your next purchase with the coupon code REV3, REV3. So I gave myself the challenge to review all current 7 Star Wars movies, starting with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I will not be reviewing them in order of release date, but in chronological order, so let's go. Episode 1. Probably the most overhyped film of all time. Development for the prequels went as far back to the late 1970s. George Lucas had plotted the Star Wars films and purposely added a subtitle, Episode 5, in the opening crawl of The Empire Strikes Back, which caused a lot of confusion. But later, it was officially confirmed that there would be a prequel of trilogy of films. I'm not here to talk about the history of the film, but to give you my review. So, if you didn't know, I grew up with the Star Wars prequels. When I was about 4 years old, I said, the original trilogy sucks because it has bad graphics. I bet you were like... I was only 4, so chill. My opinion now on the original trilogy is completely different, but we'll go into further detail on that in another review. Star Wars Episode 1 had a lot of potential, but a lot of that potential was taken because of too much dialogue. If you were like me when I first saw it, I'm sure you were quite bored as I was. The film lost a lot of the original trilogy's wit and comedy. No one can ever forget Han Solo's one-liners, but unfortunately we didn't get that. George Lucas recently said that if he could be any Star Wars character, it'd be Jar Jar Binks. I think that Jar Jar Binks is a fucking abomination. He does not belong in Star Wars. He's nothing but a dumb cartoon character. Thumbs up if you agree. Now let's go on to the plot. The film starts with young Obi-Wan and his master Qui-Gon Jinn going to a Trade Federation base. But it soon leads to a matter of life and death after Newt Gunray gasses his room. I found this scene pretty cool, but I hate Newt Gunray. He sounds like a dumb white guy doing a stereotypical Asian impression. The rest is just a bunch of shenanigans with the Republic and the Trade Federation, and a younger Palpatine becomes the Chancellor of the Republic, blah 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 blah. So a ship with the Queen of Naboo sent to space, so she's less in danger, and Jar Jar Binks, Panaka, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon Jinn accompany her. Unfortunately, their ship's hyperdrive is damaged while passing the Trade Federation blockade. What the hell did I just say? Trade Federation blockade. So they go to the nearest planet, which is Tatooine. One of the Queen's handmaidens, who is actually the real Queen, but we don't know that yet, accompanies Qui-Gon to Mos Eisley in search of hyperdrive parts. They meet young Anakin at a junkyard. A lot of people give shit to Jake Lloyd as Anakin, but I think he did a solid job. And remember, he was only 8 years old at the time of filming. Anakin tells Qui-Gon that he made a pod racer, so Qui-Gon makes a bet with this weird guy named Watto, who has a dick for a nose to make... I don't know, to make a bet. If Anakin wins, he gets hyperdrive parts and Anakin's freedom, and if he loses, everyone becomes a slave. Yeah. After that, Qui-Gon tells Anakin he has midichlorians or some shit. Midichlorians is the stupidest crap ever. Next is the pod race, which I think is awesome. The special effects were great, and you could really feel Anakin's adrenaline while watching this scene. The pod race is one of my favorite scenes from the entire prequel trilogy. After this, Anakin leaves his mom and goes to Coruscant to become a Jedi. Queen Amidala and the 2 Jedi Knights return back to Naboo to take it back from the Trade Federation. Jar Jar Binks and his army of Gungans fight the droid army. I found this battle between these two was quite stupid. Gungans are stupid and clumsy, and battle droids have the upper hand. Anakin later hides in a Naboo starfire while Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and the Queen fight off droids in a hangar on Naboo. Anakin then accidentally takes off in the Naboo starfire and accidentally blows up the Trade Federation blockade, causing all the droids to turn off. If this accident hadn't happened, the Gungans would have been fucked. Darth Maul later appears in the hangar, and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fight him, and they continue to fight him into the generator room. The lightsaber battle may have been choreographed the shit out of, but it's super intense and awesome. Darth Maul later kills Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan rages at Darth Maul and takes the upper hand. Unfortunately, he nearly falls into a chasm. This next scene, I don't understand at all. Darth Maul's doing this thing. Darth Maul could have thrown his lightsaber at Obi-Wan, which would have prevented his death, but no. He just had to make sparkles with his lightsaber instead. Obi-Wan uses the Force to get Qui-Gon's lightsaber and slices Darth Maul. For some reason, a small gust of blood emerges when Obi-Wan slices him, which is really odd because a lightsaber is a very hot laser and it will automatically stop the bleeding because of the heat. Anyways, that is my review. So overall, this movie is pretty bad. It could have been much better, but Shaquille O'Neal completely disagrees with me.
I think it was an excellent movie. I think Mr. Lucas did a fabulous job. Special effects were wonderful, and the storyline was wonderful.
So stay tuned for tomorrow for my review of Attack of the Clones. Peace, guys.
You've been a bad boy, Akash.